Hello and welcome everyone to part 2 here. The Gnostic Takeover experience. Birthing the new paradigm. Jumping off the cliff and see if you can fly. Well, we are about to find out, shall we? It's, as I said, this is part 2. It's a journey where a lot of fears come up. Especially we've been going through the last few months. Existential fears. It's not nice. Being on the last dime, not always having to check if you can go shopping or not. It's been an experience. I'm thankful for it. I'm grateful. However, when I need help, I'll ask for help. This is where the plant medicine has brought me to, that this is a worthy cause. Once the thing gets rolling, once the thing is running, we won't ask for any donation and we won't need it. Everything will flow, but until that point happens, well, we're not superhuman. We're human. And it's still a reality. It's still right now that we need money for what is taking place so we can do our journeys, and let's see if our dream comes off and we can live with real people of mankind and make this birth process of the new paradigm come even more into fruition. So I've got a few slides prepared for us, and I'll just jump right in, and we'll have a little screen also underneath here so you can see us. That's where we want to talk a little bit about the trust. This is the big word, the trust.
One of the biggest.
This is what this program is working 24/7 to not have your connection to your guidance, or what people call the higher self, your source. And the trust is something that you work on every single day. So the trust here is hidden in the deep waters, isn't it?
Yeah. And it starts with the trust in yourself. If you are able to trust yourself, you can trust others. You didn't trust your guidance, and that your life had purpose. Big things. And that you are at the right way, the right time. And you don't have to hesitate. Because everything comes in such a synchronicity to you. What is it means to be yours on your side. And it takes you. Takes you because we have been programmed not to trust. We have been controlled, and we learn to control circumstances and things like that. And no trusting ourselves. Sometimes if we are in relationships, don't trust our relationships. Don't trust even in the family. And it's the things when you lose the trust in relationships, or the people need money to compensate the missing of trust with money.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Exactly. This is how far we've been removed from our natural state. And we don't have any trust in ourselves. I've experienced this with my family, my own family. It's broken away, not forever, I reckon. However, my whole family has broken away now because we don't have any money, and then them wanting to impose their version of reality onto us. My whole family, they didn't take the gene therapy. They didn't want that imposed on them. However, their intelligence at this moment is not that far that they realize that they are imposing themselves on other beings. And that's the same thing.
And then they're not able to trust themselves. And therefore they don't are able to trust anyone else outside of them.
They think me and Liz are completely crazy. Of course you would think that, because the program thinks that for them. Everyone who doesn't fit the normal insanity must be crazy. However, again, being crazy in a crazy world is to be sane. And it all starts with the trust. That's what made me start on my journey. In 2009, questioning what banking was all about, how we're being scammed. 9/11, we were lied to, the media that constantly lies to us. And then my whole journey unfolded. It took me until 2017 to drop my studies and say, I have to be the change in this world. I have to be the shining light. And I sat for 2 hours crying, constantly repeating myself to Mother Earth, I'm here for you, Mother Earth. Tell me what to do. What is it that needs to happen? Because I'm not putting up with this shit any longer. And that was when I found out about the implementation of 5G, the weapons technology, the smart grid, the radiation that kills the plant kingdom and aims to kill the trees. And Mother Earth was, are you going to just watch that happening? And I said, no, I'll do everything in my power. And she showed me the way of how to get out of this control system. And I always keep learning. So trust in the process. This is what this is all about. Keep going, one day at a time. Breakdown is breakthrough. Remember, that's the way it works. Let the emotions come up, let it flow. It's all about emotions and being able to process them and not stay stuck in them. Release it, let it go, and let the light shine through you. What's truly all about, and the reason why we have the trust. When the program hits us and takes us over, we lose that trust momentarily or for a few hours, but we come back to ourselves again. It's because what I say is, you create your own reality. We create our own reality. What does that mean for you? It's the importance of that.
To realize that I'm able to give me a home.
Yeah, you can do that.
That I won't get homeless, as the programs wants to believe me.
And make you believe.
Make me believe. And I'm able to create anything I want just by setting intentions. We have lost or forgot how it is to work with intentions. And it reminds you, if you're able to create your reality, work on your set intentions, work on your perception, and don't give up. If you are a moral being, acting like a moral being, you are able really to create your reality, and it will come as you create it. So have trust in yourself. You're a creator. We are an endless form of our creation. The whole creation is expressing itself in us.
Yeah, it's a great depiction, this picture also, because it's all made of the same substance, if you will. It's energy, frequency, and vibration. You can feel the energy inside of you by being an emotional being. Psychopaths can't do that.
Mm-mm.
So I would say they're not the ones up there, they're down here. We're the ones in charge. It's all made from the same. It's energy, frequency, and vibration. That's changing the categories in which we think. This is not a material universe. This is not material. It's projected in the mind. That's what the mind is here for. It projects reality. That's how we figure out what's really going on here. This is what we should be talking about. And it's a deep subject, which I'll go more into in the coming videos. When we find a home, I'll have time and I'd be more at peace to go even deep into these subjects, because you can take this word by word, and I do mean your own reality. I've come to the conclusion that it's the ultimate Archon vampire empire deception to make us believe that there is such a thing as a collective reality. I say my perception, my investigation has brought me to the realization that every one of us creates our own reality. But that's another topic of discussion for another time. But this is crucial. This is what we should be talking about and supporting each other. So when we create our own reality, where's the program you have to go to work? If you have to go to work to have your partner, I can create my own reality and have an apartment and have a house. Think big when you start thinking intentionalizing. That's what we do. When you do it, go for it. What's the limit when you're limitless? What's the limit? The only limit that you set on yourself. So yeah, let's talk about the old paradigm. And paradigm, by the way, paradigm is a new way of thinking. It's a worldview. That's why the Gnostic Takeover is fundamentally a paradigm shift. That's why many people leave the Gnostic Takeover. It's too much. Oh, okay. What about the people joining? Go and share this message if you like it. Support the Gnostic Takeover by sharing it. Write it to different groups. Do whatever. So a paradigm is a way of thinking. It's a worldview. And that needs to shift as perception creates reality. There we are back with creating our own reality. It's our perception that the mind projects into reality, the inner and the outer being expressions of each other. And the old paradigm, old being that it's morose, it's these age-old sayings like, oh, they are up there, it will never change. No, you can't change anything. You're powerless. You're a victim. You have to go to work because everyone has to go to work. All this conditioning. That's the old paradigm. It's a way of thinking. It's the program of past experiences. Keeps you down.
Small, in a box.
And it always associates your life and the potential of your life with your past experiences. Nothing new can create. Nothing new can happen. Oh, it's only you hear other people talk how, oh, when we started this project, it was nothing. It was only me and Margaret who started this project, and it was nothing. But then things started to happen, and we never knew that it was going to. You only ever hear other people say that, do you? Well, fuck that. I'll be the one speaking about it. Yeah, that's the motto. Breaking the chains, breaking the circuit, short-circuiting the circuit of the program that only tries to give you a picture of your life, a picture of your reality, that you're small.
Powerless.
Has anyone else experienced that? Go into the comments and just write a comment also. Engage. We'd be happy to read from you. So what this program does, and again, I'll go much deeper in other videos, it puts together a movie, something that the Gnostics warn about, the prime faculties of Archons being HAL, virtual reality simulation. It's not real. However, often the program tells you you can't Oh, you can't live your own life. Oh, you can't create your own reality. Yeah, because that would be the end of the program. And you'd stop delivering energy to the program and to the vampires that are the overlords of this program. This program constructs a version of events. It constructs your perception, distorts your perception to make it look like, oh, see, it's never been like that in your life. So therefore, it will never be like that because it has never been. Whereas I would say the Gnostic Takeover short-circuiting the program would be, it's only impossible until it's done. It's only impossible until it's done. Before you started walking, it was impossible to walk. Oh no, only the grown-ups could walk. You could only crawl. You were in a position of powerlessness. Then and boom, suddenly the magic of life freaking happened. And you could walk. So what's next? And this program of the Archon Vampire Empire is all about not making you realize that there is more to life. There is a deeper meaning. There is a bigger destiny. There is a bigger picture. There is a bigger, huge vision waiting for you. Where the Gnostic Takeover acts as an ignition of that flame. You see, but at one point the program wants you to stop because the program needs you to walk. It needs you to walk to work. It needs you to be able to drive a car in order to be a slave for its system. However, we can take that as a metaphor that we can blast the program away and realize, no, we're not putting up with these limitations anymore. Only he or she who dares wins. And this is a journey of following the heart. Oh, it's so often talked about. But what is it? It can be very dark.
Yeah.
Oftentimes. And you would think following the heart is actually going right into hell.
Making what it feels for you, this is right. Of course, no harm in anyone. When you make the right decisions and do the things you really love to do, and not the things that people are expecting you to do. You have to look for a job, and then I can look at you. No, you are much precious. You are the real you are the real currency. Our energy, it's the real currency. And what we make with our energy, where we put our intention, our time, it can't be paid for anyone, because we are really, really precious. But they want us to start in a box, a little box, and don't get out of this. Don't be get aware of how precious we are and what we deserve. And we deserve to do things we love to do, which makes us happy, give us energy, and not things where we lose energy. And then some other give us money for it. Make work with that. I had a lot of workplace, and I was really good at the work I was doing. It didn't make me so much fun, but I was really good at it. And then I recognized it was like a path from workplace to workplace. They didn't see how precious I was. I made them to win a lot of money with my work, and I get not really good paying jobs, or it should be good paying for my bosses. It was, oh, how dare are you? You should be happy that you get so much money from us. But I at a special point I recognize for one who I'm doing this. It doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't give me anything except money in the end of the month. And for the last work, if I don't spend my time with my little daughter and I quit my job, the times will goes away and no one can give me these times and this quality of time again if I miss it with my daughter. And it was more precious for me to spend time with my daughter, to go through the forest, to teach her things, to laugh with her, to sit with her, to meet other with her with other children. It was the quality of time, and it was the changing of my thoughts and perception to recognize the time. It's really precious with my little girl. And if I pass it, no one will give it me back. No one. And this is the things we have to get new priorities in our life. And if a thing doesn't satisfy me, doesn't make me better, feel better, happy, it costs my energy and time. Why should I do this?
Yeah, and it's a great point that you make here. Thank you for that. What I keep talking about, the quality instead of quantity. And the quality of time, you see, let me just pull us up here, is actually the real currency. Is what can be termed time. I would use different terms. Again, for me, transformation is all about changing the categories in which we think, shifting from the old paradigm to the new paradigm, changing the way we think. The real currency and the way the nature of reality works is not on money. Okay? Again, this is the resistance to real flow of energy. And the real currency is actually attention, focus, perception, consciousness. Here we are. That's the real currency. What you perceive, you will experience. And opening up your perception, that is the basis where we should ground ourselves in. This should be the basis of our life, which is the last few days have been really difficult. The last weeks, the last months. I mean, we're talking 9 months now since that ceremony. It's just been nothing but difficult. However, it's a challenge. I've never grown more in that time, but I'm happy to have a holiday from that. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Yeah. And then I want more action again. Of course. That's what we do here. There's a lot to be done here. It's a great experience. The earth is waiting for people like me and Liz to really have a crack at it and tell them, you leave. I'm staying here. This is my home, my planet. And the journey of the heart, it's the deepest journey we'll ever make. It's the longest journey we'll ever make. From here, okay, the program, because the problem is not the mind. The mind is here to project reality. And it's a great tool, the mind. However, it's been hijacked by these psychopaths, by the psychopathic class, the vampire empire, whose empire is built up on mind control, with the use of currency to block the flow of energy of life force in a control system. In a nutshell, how do I know it? Because I know it. And to see what is of real value. Attention. Energy flows where attention goes. And that will create your reality. Therefore, yeah, we're in fear. The fear comes up. We don't know where we're going to end up. But we can choose to perceive it from a different angle. We can choose to change our perception, which is what any healing would ever be about. Any healing taking place is always a shift of perception. Oh, I had cancer. Do you know these stories? Read the book from Anita Moorjani, what she talks about, Dying to Be Me. A great book, by the way. Do you know these stories? People have cancer. I had cancer, and then something happened, and that was the thing that triggered me. And then I started eating a vegan diet or whatever they do. It shifts their perception. The trauma, the crisis shifts their perception. Then the cancer was healed because the reason why it existed in the first place was dealt with and healed on an energetic, causal level. That's what we're doing here. This is what it's about. Where is our attention, the focus? And that journey of the heart and following the heart. It can be like a freaking journey to hell, as I said. But they've inverted that. It's because the program has to come to the surface, all right? This old program, oh, you're nothing, you can't do anything. It will always be this way. Well, it has always been this way.
Well,
this program has to come to the surface in order to be purged. To purge it out of us. The enemy is not outside. You can take down the enemy outside when you heal inside. Take down the enemy inside. We're our own worst enemy. However, we can remember that we create our own reality. And it's only this program that stands between us and infinity. It's a wonderful journey, however filled with crises, but we can transcend them and they will make us strong. That's what is going to make us strong. What makes us strong is the crisis. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
And begin to see it with a different perspective. As I said, every healing is a change of perception. And we choose to, instead of, oh, our whole life is breaking apart, we don't know if we're going to end up homeless because we can't, there's nothing we can fall back on. You see, we've lost all our friends through the scam because it's meant to be like that. It's a new birth, it's a new beginning. However, instead of being in this crisis mode and we calm down, take a deep breath, and know that you create your own reality. Okay, now we can talk. Now we can talk. And following the heart is to realize you create your own reality and to show the discipline. It's what we do every day. Show the discipline, the focus that you are going for it. You are doing it. And you can bust through all the bubbles that are keeping you back and shift your perception. Shifting your perception is standing to yourself and saying, no, this is my reality. And constantly repeat it so that it becomes first nature for you. However, the following the heart, it's been so romanticized by many. Oh, you just follow your heart. And, oh, don't talk about the darkness. That's negative. They've created a whole religion. It's the biggest freaking religion. Rooted in Satanism, is New Ageism. Oh, just follow the heart. Oh, you're not in your heart. No, you're not in your freaking heart. It's such a mind job that they've put on everyone, especially because the true path and following the heart and sharing in honesty is what takes down the whole control system. That's why they created the New Age religion to begin with. So people get fucked in their heads. and never ever transcend the program. Can get very dark at times, but this is where the Gnostic Takeover, for example, has this bigger vision, the grand vision. That will take you through. Have a great vision. Know you can create your own reality. You create your own reality. That's the truth. It's only the program as resistance that wants to keep you stuck and subordinate. Obey. We are the authority, not you. Wrong, says the Gnostic Takeover. I am the authority of my life. I am the one commander, the principal commander of my life. And you prove me different. No one can do, therefore it stands as the truth. That's simple thinking, isn't it? And keep following your heart. Keep going. So let's move to the next slide. There you've got the edge. As this video has it, birthing the new paradigm. Jumping off the cliff and see if you can fly. Yeah. Only those who dare win. It's a principle. It's a principle in nature. This is the truth, the absolute truth throughout the ages that I'm saying to you. And the simplicity of it makes it the truth. You have to dare. Then you win. Jump off the cliff. See if you can fly. That's what it's all about. You want to go to a new level of existence? Well, then you have to leave the old. Go right to the edge of the old. Right to the edge of the program. And now you know. Well, we talked about trust before. The only thing that will make you do it is, first of all, having the knowledge, like Liz said. The only thing you have to know is you have to be a moral being. Morality will create any reality that you want. You have to be moral. That is the true currency of all creation. Morality, that which the Satanists hate you the most when you say it. Because they want to get away with their immoral behavior. No, the truth is, morality is embedded into the fabric of all of reality, all of existence, and the entire source to do the right thing. And what makes you jump off that cliff is the trust.
Trust in yourself, so you will fly.
How can you get that trust in yourself? Not only trust us, but trust is built with time, we say always. How do you get to trust in yourself?
To be honest, it starts with being honest with yourself. Don't tell you a lie. If you feel in a moment not happy, express it. Go through this and stand with yourself. Stand in the truth, no matter what they are talking to you, talking about you. Say the truth. Truth to yourself, anyone else. It takes you a lot, but it starts with honesty. Be honest to yourself. And you don't have to fulfill the interpretation from others. It's more important what is about you and what you really want to do. What gives you energy. What you love to do. Be honest. It starts with this.
Yeah. It's a deep, deep subject. And a subject we'll be talking more about in the coming videos. It's the trust. How do we get back to the trust? Because the enemies of life They've manipulated nothing more than our trust.
Yeah.
It's called Urvertrauen in German. The primal force of trust, as I would term it in English, the primal trust. That you can let yourself fall back and know that you land
Softly.
in a soft spot. That level of trust. That's what we need to be working on. And there's a great saying that came to my mind as I was preparing these slides. I was like, how can I encapsulate it? And it's beautifully put like this. Come to the edge. We can't. We're afraid. Come to the edge. We can't. We will fall. You see, that's the old paradigm.
What if not?
But just come to the edge. And they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. And if you want to ask who he is, no, it's not God at the Gnostic Takeover. It's your source. And I would say the most thing that comes closest to the source, in my experience, was the plant medicine.
Yeah.
Taking the plant medicine pushes you, doesn't it?
Yeah. You don't have an alternative. You have to go through this.
Yeah.
If you choose the way of or the path of healing, I think one of the first intentions on the first ceremony was that everything which what doesn't belong to me, doesn't deserve me, has to fall apart. You say it like an easy thing, but it means all the emotions, all the traumas, all the pain, all the fear. It will come up as you said in an intention. Yes, to feel it, to process it, and to leave it behind, to recognize the difference, and that you are not the fear, you are not the pain, you are much more. It brings you back to your essence of being, your true essence. And all the shadows, because a lot of people are talking about, oh, I am doing my shadow work, oh, I have to do it years ago and I don't have to do it again. No. As more as you come to the light or higher frequency, as you want to tell it, the more shadows come up to feel it, to feel processing it, them, and then to release them. That you recognize that you have enough for this shithole, and you have to leave it behind because it doesn't belong really to your true essence. It holds you back.
So, did you jump off that cliff?
After 9 months, I would say yes, and I'm still doing it every day. And sometimes I have such a clear moment like now. I will see tomorrow. Because, yes.
But what is the clarity that you come on, share this? You see, the program is so strong. You can be so happy that you have a moment of clarity. That's what it's all about, clarity.
Clarity at the moment that everything works at my favor.
Okay, why is that?
Because I feel a power behind me, a light behind me, a mother which is carrying me. always told myself, or another, I am the earth, I am the responsible daughter of the earth. And now I feel it. And I have been through such a lot of things, terrible things, and I'm still here. I'm still alive. And I am pure life force. So why should I fall apart and fail? No, I will succeed. As I would say, everything will go in the right direction. I don't always have the clarity, but at the moment, yes, it looks for me, it feels for me that it will work. And we don't all get homeless. It takes me some time. I miss the sense of imagine how should it work, but it is the problem. They don't want that you visualize such things. But start small, step by step. I can't wait till I bring the last things from this place to my new place. And I get in this feeling. I have to remind me to do it more often, to take time, deep breathe, and take the time to recognize, hey, how does it would feel for you? Or how do you feel? Think about it, feel it. I started yesterday to visualize in my inner eye what I want to have in our new home and how does it feel for me. And I had a big smile on my face. And I said, okay, yes, it feels so great. Wow, when I talked to Steve, hey Steve, can you remember when we were in our last place? And yes, it was for me at the moment, it was, yeah, wow, it was such easy. And then the program kicks in and always trying to hold me back. With, again, worst case scenario that it won't happen anymore. Why? Because I already decide not to do this, not to have it like this way. And if I can create my reality, why shouldn't I be able to do this? If I am a morality and the only truth, being guided by the source of all creation, why doesn't it work for me out? And yeah, it takes you. It takes step by step. Move forward. Don't give up.
And it's also the magic that in any moment your entire reality can shift.
Change.
However, the thing is, and that's a great point that Liz pointed out to me a few days ago, is, and that's also an aspect of the program, we are so dependent on outside recognition that we forget that we first created inside. It's a massive addiction with, oh, when I can't see it, it's not there. Well, when you're creating your reality for some time, you won't see it in the outside reality because you're creating that movie of life. You're at the causal level, the projector level, creating this new reality and visualizing. And as Liz said, how would I feel in this new home? And people would say, oh, that's wishful thinking, all that. And you're like, no. These people saying that, they're just the outside reflection of the program that's running inside of me. That's true clarity, knowing how the nature of reality works, because this program is the field of Wetiko. It's a field phenomenon. It's non-local, like the psyche is. However, it's a psyche parasites over our psyche and the great powers that lie dormant in our psyche. And if they were ever activated, it would be the end of the control system. We're talking true power here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're facing the greatest of all challenges, because whenever you are onto something powerful, you will always get the greatest of all challenges. So when I'm talking about taking Austria back, taking the planet back, well, I shouldn't be surprised that we have the greatest of all challenges. I'll do that later, it's okay. So, the thing is that, out of my stride a little bit, you go back, come to the edge. Let's go right back here. So, the true nature of reality is to just go with the flow. Like, I have to go to the flow now. I'm thinking like, Liz, can you just leave it? We'll do it later. Why are you doing this? I'm okay. I'm going with the flow. It annoys me in the moment. However, it's showing that Liz feels quite comfortable. Having to get up and do the fire. No, I'll do the fire later. This is more important. Focus. That was also probably the program. Oh, go away, it's too much. Stop talking, because you're already creating. You see, this has a multiplier effect. Sharing this out with you. Everyone who's listening here, thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who is donating to the Gnostic Takeover. It's not that we're penniless. It's just that it looks like from the 500, 600, 700 views that we have, many just, I don't know, just click on it and just say, I don't know what's happening. Thank you to everyone who supports us, supports this message. This is just the start. This is growing massively. Not yet in the outside, however, it's coming through us as we speak right now. Thank you to everyone who's supporting us. So I want to say I'm so grateful to everyone because you make this possible. And again, we are very thankful for everyone who can support us now. Now is the time to support us. We need the help now so we can find a proper home and let the home find us. We give the home to ourselves. From that solid foundation, we can do many, many great things and great videos, which will lead to great inspiration, great flow of consciousness, unlocking the minds, getting rid of the program together to be in freedom. So this is the best metaphor I can use for what the transformation of the old paradigm to the new paradigm is to jump off that cliff and have that trust. And the trust also is intricately linked with knowledge. To know, as I've come to experience in my life journey, I slept in the house of hell at the high priest of Satanism, and he couldn't touch me. I have that experience, therefore I know that morality truly works. No one can touch you when you are a moral being, when you're not inflicting harm on other sentient beings. And the biggest harm that we inflict is on ourselves. Again, we are our greatest enemy. But this realization frees us that we are the only ones who can make the great shift, the great awakening, the great transformation of perception into the new paradigm. And that's what we are here as an anchor for, that we truly live the life of our dreams and beyond, grow and expand. So we can travel all across the world at all times and have lots of different places where everyone can go to find out the culture of others, of the ancient cultures of the earth, and really find out our true history. That's what I would love doing. There's such a great vision that I'm sharing with you, which is so far beyond the alternative media bubble. They're doing this, they're doing that. We have to inform people, blah, 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 blah. No, we're here to live life. That's the truth. So when we jump off that cliff, where it brings us is, and I love to use this picture, it brings us here. Let that sink in. How does that picture talk to you? Let it sink in. It's the relief. Because this program, it constantly chats, no, there is no source. You have to obey, you need a work to have an apartment, blah, 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 blah. The relief that comes that you can be yourself. That's the only thing you're here to do is be yourself. Truly, 100% authentic. And learning that because we've been so programmed and conditioned by this old paradigm, the program. We've been so programmed and conditioned that it takes us time to learn how to truly be authentic. I'm still in this process to myself, even though I do all these videos here. I'm still in the process of slowly, onion ring by onion ring, getting rid of this program and being more authentic the next day than I was the day before. And then realize, oh, the great relief. I'm here to not serve the program. I'm here to be myself. And I know there is a source of all life force that permeates throughout all things. It's a guidance. So what does your guidance tell you right now? What is the guidance? How do people listening connect to their guidance? The most important thing we should do in our life. And what is even that guidance? What is it for you? Is it God?
For me, it's the source.
The source.
The source, I would say, mein Eli's source, Mother Earth, the ultimate power of the plant and mushroom kingdom.
The plant and mushroom kingdom.
Yeah.
The ultimate power. I like that. I love that.
Which never felt let you fall. It always with you, in you. Sometimes when worms kicks in, it covers up so that you feel insecure and you don't how do I say, you think, or it makes you believe that you're losing the connection. The connection is always there. It helps you not feel powerless, victimhood, and even helps you to recognize exactly what the problem is and when your true essence starts. It takes you out of this tunnel vision that everything, or worst case scenario, that everything so leads you to anything.
So that's what this old program, this old paradigm, the program, it creates a tunnel vision.
Yeah.
In your perception.
In your perception.
How does that tunnel vision manifest? Are they gonna have the great reset? There's nothing you can do about it.
You won't get your daughter back.
In your case, yeah.
for example, or she will get vaccinated because in Austria they want to vaccinate their children, and things like that. And yes, this guidance, let feel it, let makes you feel this, go through this, and at the end recognize, hey, no, it's bullshit. Don't believe this. And sometimes it comes through Steve, which helps me to come out and talk to me. Even I'm not able to recognize this connection.
Yeah.
For example, I have had my first ceremony in San Corona, mushroom ceremony, last year. No, the year before. And it was a voice inside of me who really were talking to me and telling me, hey, you are being proved now if you are
Challenged.
a challenge now. And it goes two ways, to the life or to the death. And you are in a health house.
Hell house?
Yeah, and I was say yes. But you have been guided and you are not alone. And it calms me. Otherwise I would I would been crazy. I jumped in a bonfire and I didn't get hurt. Just a little. But it was a big bonfire. And if I didn't trust this process and this voice, I would get really, really burned a lot. But it happened nothing. Since just a little bit on a feet. It was a really amazing experience that I have so much protection or something, someone who is looking after me, protecting me. And when I look back to the times in Corona, it must have been a big power beyond this. Otherwise, I don't think that people really are able to recognize this, processing it, and don't went crazy. It was amazing, a huge thing.
So it's a beautiful portrayal of having an experience like with magic mushroom or other plant medicine, like the last video we talked about. I talked about the fly agaric. Liz also has a lot to share about that probably. It's been very healing. And all this, it shifts our perception and it can make us realize and know that there is a source of all life force guiding us. And it's up to everyone how to perceive that. The source for me is like the source of a river. I would also say Mother Nature is a source for me, is a guidance for me. The plant medicine is guidance for me. My people say higher self, my greater being, or the inner self is my guidance. And those are the things that it's important to point out, that it exists. And we can listen to each other and reconnect with that guidance, because that's all we need. Don't have to follow any cult orders or worship some guru. We're never going to be anyone's guru, because that's what true Gnosticism has always been about, is the truth lies in you and your self-discovery, your own process, your life journey. It's unique and it's exactly the way it has to be. You have a unique gift and you have something unique to share with the world. And that source of all life force is always guiding you as you follow your heart and the journey of the heart. And there's people like me and Liz who say, There is light at the end of the tunnel. It's very dark for us often.
Yeah.
However, we persist. We do not compromise with evil. We walk through the fears and come out the other side transformed. So we're going to wrap this up now. This is the last slide here, the new paradigm. So we've already shared what we're going to do, totally out of the box. Because I realized, why go onto the internet and do what everyone else is doing? As I said in the last video, life is all about doing something else. The quote from Leonardo da Vinci. Life is pretty simple. You do some things work, some things don't. You do more of what works, and other people quickly copy. The trick is the doing something else. What are you doing when you're asked at a party? I'm doing something else. Oh, that's a great thing. that will get the crowd going, oh, look, he's a crazy. He's doing something else, yeah. That's what life is truly all about. The spirit of a maverick. I'm here to discover life. Don't tell me what it is. Program. I'm here to discover it. So we'll be knocking on people's doors. And just give it if it comes to that. Travel there and see what the source speaks to us. We have the intention set. We go into forests with our pyramid and we set intentions. And instead of going on the internet, we log into the wood wide web, the natural internet. There's a natural energy communication system that is intricately connected on the basis with the Schumann resonance of the earth. And that's where true intelligence can be found. However, who knows how to tap into that intelligence and actually place an order? Hey, I need a home. Hey, why not make it a big house for other people also to be able to live in, so they can transcend the system also? Because what you need for that is healing. What you need for healing is time. And not go into the fucking job you don't like, work for a boss you don't want to hang out with. That's the end. That's dead. That's dying now. That's what the Gnostic Takeover, that's our aim, to create a space, a home, where other people can also join and have ayahuasca datura ceremonies, where no one tells us what to do. Because we choose to communicate with the plant medicine and have experiences with the plant medicine for healing purposes. So we break out of that program of control and experience true freedom. That's the vision that we have. And if anyone's listening here from Austria, if you know a place, go and contact us. Underneath in the description is an email address.
Yeah.
If you know a place, because it will be worth it, because we are creating freedom for all of mankind. Because we are one with the field. I am me, I am free, and I am the field at the same time. There's an interaction between me and the field of reality. Therefore, I say, I give the home to myself through another aspect of myself. It's a higher level of awareness of what the intricate web of life actually is and how it is organized. So we have that intention, and there'll be coming something at you when you place that intention. There's an in and there's an out, or there's an out and there's an in. Electromagnetism, the secrets of life. That's what we'll be talking about throughout here. The new paradigm. Well, how do you do it? Speak it, feel it, live it, be it. Simple. Go out there and show them. Doesn't matter what they think of you. Doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. They change their opinions about you every 5 minutes. That's why I don't care that my whole family thinks I'm a loony. It doesn't matter. They can't understand my journey. They haven't been to St. Corona. I've never faced up with the high priest of Satanism telling him to fuck off. How would they be able to understand my journey or Liz's journey? All they do is judge. Why? Because they have problems with themselves. What they say is more reflection of themselves, not you. That's the secret of life. So if anyone's listening here from Austria, and you know a place, and you can help us, or if you're anywhere, and you can help us along our investigation of reality. This is a experiment we're making with ourselves in full trust. Go and contact us. Underneath in the description is the email address. I can't always write back to everyone because I get many witches also that write to me, unfortunately, at this moment as we're going through this transition phase. Sometimes I can't write back. However, if you know something, please contact us. Get in touch. Write a comment underneath what you think about this. And most of all, share this video. This is how you can help the Gnostic Takeover. If you know some platform that we don't know about, get it out there. Share it on whatever Instagram page you have or whatever. Help the Gnostic Takeover. Donate to us. I'm happy for any donation. Thank you to everyone who is donating to the Gnostic Takeover. Become a Patreon supporter. Now is the time where we need your help also to pull this off. Let's help together. It's not about, oh, then he has it and I don't have it. No, when I have it, I give it to everyone. That's the nature of myself. If I'd have a house, I would give it to people like the Gnostic Takeover. Absolutely. And if the trust is not there yet, we sign a contract and list the liabilities that fall onto you when you trespass on boundaries and you damage property. That's what I would do. I would give it to people. So why wouldn't another aspect of me give it to me? The power that we have is infinite. So is there anything else you would like to share at the end?
I'm thankful. I didn't know how this video should be.
It's been long. Done 2 parts.
Yes.
Straight away.
And I didn't know it. I was a little bit nervous. But I'm happy. I'm really happy that we did it and went for it.
Yeah, you've done a wonderful job because it's not her native language, It's not like she's not a geezer like me. But she does a great job. It's the language of life.
It was good. It was a good experience. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Thankful. And thank you very much for having you here. If you could, if you can support us, please do it. As everything comes back to you, you can be trustful that it will come to you back if you need it. I would do it. So have a nice time. Wishing you all the best and thank you for being there. And trust yourself. Don't forget, you are really, really, really powerful and great as you are.
So come to the edge, he said. We can't. We're afraid. Come to the edge, he said. Oh, we can't. We will fall. Come to the edge, he said. And they came, and he pushed them, and they flew. Till next time, take very good care. Bye bye.